This is a Baytown Media live stream sports presentation.
Baytown Media, every event expertly captured.
Welcome, Caps Nation. Make some noise as we introduce your U11A St. John's Caps All-Stars. Between the pipes, number 1, Noah O'Brien, and number 31, Simon Russell. On the blue line, number 12, Drew Pike. Number 8, Josh Cheater. Number 4, William Lewis. Number 18, Ben Tizard. Number 3, Henry Nash. And number 2, Vincent O'Reilly Hillier. Up front, number 17, Charlie Martin. Number 9, Ryan Walsh. Number 11, Peyton Pike. Number 10, Max Barnes. Number 14, George Winter. Number 7, Henry White. Number 19, Aiden Brown. Number 15, James Cheater. And number 5, Nate Wilson. Head coach, Steve Barnes. Assistant coaches, Jeremy Cheater, Ryan Brown, Matthew Lewis, and Aaron Walsh. Your U11A St. John's Caps All-Stars. Go Caps!
the Bay Arena Rovers. 5-0. And we're just about ready for puck drop here now as they take on the Northeast Eagles, who defeated the Bay Arena Rovers yesterday 9-0. And then lost the Mount Pearl Blades yesterday evening. So a 1-1 record for the Eagles. Should be a great one here. Familiar foes from the Don Johnson League. St. John's Caps will be in the black jerseys this morning, and the Northeast Eagles in the white. Both teams now just about ready to go here at the Civic Center in Corner Brook, Newfoundland. St. John's Caps will play this afternoon. Time will vary on what place they end up, so we'll update you after the game. And stay tuned to the Baytown Media page for updates of game time and opponents. Caps now with one final lap. They look fired up this morning. Good morning to everyone watching at home. Early morning game, 8:30 here in Newfoundland. Special shout out to one of our social media people here with the St. John's Caps, Robert White, who's not here the weekend, watching from home. Hello, Robert. Now both teams. Lots of energy here this morning. 12-minute periods again. And here's face-off. Starting goaltenders are Ethan Penny and Simon Russell. Puck now just in over the line, and that's going to be an offside call at the line, and we'll get a face-off just outside. Face-off one by the Caps, so Raleigh Hillier trying to clear it. Isaacs keeps him pushed in. Drew Pike now back to pick it up in his own end. Up the boards, and that was almost intercepted. The Caps are away. Up the center. Caps peel off into the boards, into the referee. Puck now sitting around the slot. Back out to Nash. Nash of Cheater. Cheater to Brown. Brown having a great tournament. A few key goals for the Caps, and Brown now with it again. Brown up to White. White had a beautiful pass to Brown yesterday on one of his finishes. Back to the point. Cheater, now Peyton Pike, can't keep it in. Kelly gets it down to Kenny. Kenny chasing after it, watched by Cheater. Sharp angle shot in the crease. Pops up on the back of the net. And the Eagles fans thought it was in. So look from this vantage point. Popped up over the shoulder, but, deflection. Chance in front. The Eagles now with a couple chances, and Russell having to be sharp. And the Eagles now putting on some pressure early. Face off one by the Eagles. Puck in front of goal. Lewis now gets it out of harm's way. Lewis with a move. Lewis up to Cheater. James Cheater now up to the blue line with a move and knocked in the corner. Norman. Walsh will chase it down in the corner. Walsh kicks it up to his stick. Walsh still with it. Wrap around in front and out to the crease, and now the Eagles break out. Alward will dump it. Tizzard will chase it back into the zone. Lewis back there as well. Lewis gets dumped. Eagles still with it. Oh, nice takeaway there by Walsh, and Walsh now with a bit of speed. Walsh gets stopped up. And Hobbs comes at his own with it. James turns in his own zone. Winter with it now on the far boards. Winter loses it in the corner, and out come the Eagles. Kept in by Raleigh Hillier. And Martin now. Martin, nice pass in front. Martin, oh, off the side of the net, and Martin with a chance here. Puck in behind the goal. Can't get it out front. Back to Pike with a clapper in front. And a big save there by Penny and held on. Penny grabs that one. Big shot from the point by Drew Pike. And we'll get a face off now in the Eagles' end. 8:54 left in the first period. Still no score. Puck now down the ice. Caps have to chase it back down. We just Lewis stops up. Lewis lead pass. Up to Brown, and Brown has gone up the wing. Brown cuts in the middle, pass across to Burns and just over his stick. Brown still with it. Brown waits, fires, shot. Oh, in the crease. And Penny stopped that one. Lewis around the boards. And now the Eagles will come at his own with it. Here's Kelly, number 9, with a move. And stopped there by Brown. White now on the near boards. Isaac's watching him. Kenny with a shot, and that's just over the crossbar. Brown over on the other side. Brown up the center, and he'll dump it high. Oh, and just over the goal, and the glove. And Peyton Pike bearing down now behind the goal. Picked up in the corner. The cheater can't get the pass across. And now out come the Eagles. Dimmel, and his pass is intercepted by Walsh. Walsh fans on the shot. And the Eagles get it back to the point. Nash gets it in. Puck bounces up on the boards. Peyton Pike chasing it down in the corner. He'll trying to come out from behind the goal, but taken away by the Eagles. The Eagles now up the boards. Great backhander there by Nash. Keep it out of trouble. Nash will have to go back in his own zone now and pick it up again. Nash being watched there, and Walsh has it now. Walsh pass up to the middle. Over the stick of Curran. And now Caps have it. Cheater, backhander behind him. Martin with it. Martin spins, looks for some help. Puck missed everyone. Back down the ice. Pike will go back and get it for Caps. Handed off by Russell. Pike now being watched. Up the boards. And in come the Eagles. Oh, misplay there by both players, and could have been a break either way. Puck into Russell off the pad. Puck out in front. Some action in front of the net. Here goes Martin. Martin can't break through. Up to the center. Now a couple Eagles back. Caps, be careful here. Pike picks it up behind the net. Nice pass up the boards. Puck into slot. Elward has it. Can't get the shot away. And now the Caps have to go back in their own zone. Winter, now Pike up the boards. Kept in by the Eagles. The Eagles now with a chance here. Nice chance there. And that's blocked by Pike. Back to the point. Shot in by Norman. Puck to the crease. Oh, and the Eagles with a chance in front. Oh, great saves there again by Russell. A lot of pressure now by the Eagles here. Back to the point. Chance here now. And the Caps will turn it back the other way. And down the ice, and that's going to be an icing. Caps needed a break there as the Eagles were pressing. We've got 5:21 left in the first period. Still no score. Under 11 All-Star Hockey Provincials live from Corner Brook, Newfoundland. Face off, won by the Caps, in behind the goal. Eagles now up behind the goal. Shot in, that's behind the goal. Battle for it behind the net. The Eagles fans now trying to cheer on their team. The Eagles now still with it. Back down to the middle and all the way down the ice, and the Caps are chasing it. And that's an icing call, and we'll come back down to the Caps end. The Eagles players seem to have knocked it down the ice, but no, they're going to call it at center. It shouldn't have been an icing call, no. But they're going to face it off now at center. Lewis spins and hauled down, and Eagles now with a chance. Can't get in past Brown. Puck up the boards. Caps now with a chance up the middle. Kelly with it now. Kelly stops up behind his own goal, tries to get out with it. And Cheater will momentarily keep it in. Back to the line and out over the line. Brown back to get it. Pushing and shoving there on the near boards. Puck now loose, and Nash will chase it down. Kenny bearing down on him. Kenny. Great effort by Kenny. But now picked up by the Caps, and the Caps will come up to center with it. Nice pass up to Peyton Pike. Pike now, wide, shoots, scores! Peyton Pike with the opener. A wrist shot coming in off the wing. And the Caps now take a 1-0 lead. And the captain, 2 goals yesterday afternoon. Grabs another one now. Puck now, and the Caps in, and they'll dump it down the ice. Going to be right on goal. Penny will steer it out of side, but Caps pressing. Great work there by Cheater, getting in there. And now the Eagles get it back to the point. Kept in by Pike. And now Peyton Pike has it over to Cheater. Oh, right through the crease. And almost had that one. The Eagles back down ice. Alward will get the center, and he'll dump. Back out to center. And Burke dumps it in. Pike with a pass up ice, kept in again. And it's dumped down. O'Reilly Hillier now back to get it. He'll stop it up with his foot. Get it up to Peyton Pike. Peyton Pike now trying to get it out of zone. Walsh over to Cheater. Cheater now up the center with a move, and he'll backhand it right on goal. And Penny will steer it out of side. Puck intercepted by Wilson. Joel, point blank shot there by Martin, and that's stopped by Penny. Now the Eagles out, 2-on-2. Cross out to center. Now Hobbs chasing it down. Tizert back to get it for the Caps. Tizert off the board. 1:59 left. Very fast-paced first period. The Eagles now pick it up at center, dump it back down. Winter has it from the Caps bench. Martin just over his stick. Now Martin gone again. Martin cuts. Oh, Martin with a move. He's knocked down, and there's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a tripping call against the Eagles. The Caps now going to go to the power play as Burke goes to the box. Face off now in the Eagle zone. Late power play for the Caps. 1:35 left in the first. 1-0 lead on the goal by Peyton Pike. Now the Eagles will dump that all the way down the ice. Caps back to get it, and Russell will steer that aside. Puck up the center, and the Eagles get it back down. Barnes picks it up now. Brown with that center. Brown tries to cut through. Got White there. White has it now. White will dump it in, and the Caps will chase it down. The Eagles get to it first, wrapping around the boards. Caps got no one there on the point. Brown picks it up, though. Now it's back to O'Reilly Hillier. Or the Cheater, sorry. And Nash trying to keep it in, and does. Caps still with it in the zone. Here's Brown, shot. Covered up by Penny. No, loose in the corner. White chasing it down there. And now the Eagles will dump it out. 26 seconds left in the period. 48 seconds left in the power play. Nash with it now behind his own goal, being watched by Kenny. And Kenny's coming up there fast. Kenny spins, fires. Short-handed. Puck right up the middle. Nice seam pass up to Cheater. Cheater now drops it. Nice pass back to Walsh, but the Eagles now get it and will dump it down. That will do it for the first period. There's the buzzer. 1-0 at the end of one. Peyton Pike putting the Caps ahead. We got Caps Minor Hockey Provincials live on Baytown Media. And we'll be back in just a second. And we're back now. Second period, getting ready to start. Caps with a short 24-second power play to start the second. Caps up 1-0. Goal by Peyton Pike, who takes the face-off here now. And Walsh has it. Back to Pike. Pike in over center. And now the Caps have it again. In over the line. Cheater taken down and puck dumped all the way down to Russell. Pike now behind the goal. Sends it up. Nice pass to Walsh. And Walsh can't get the shot away. That's turned away. Power play over. O'Reilly Hillier tries to backhand it out. Cross ice pass to Walsh, and Walsh will get to the blue line and he'll wrap it around the boards. Martin chasing after it. Peyton Pike in there. The Eagles now trying to get it out of their zone. Back to the blue line. And now center. Tizzard has it. Tizzard, nice pass. Up and shot, and that's just wide of the goal. Back around now. Winter has it. We'll dump it in from Martin over his stick. Wilson chasing in. Wilson behind the goal. Back to the point. Cap spin with it. Lewis. Lewis again. Lewis with a chance. Shot in. Oh, almost tipped there by Walsh. Now back out to Alward, and Alward got some open ice. Comes down. Nice play there by Ben Tizert. Push his man into the boards. Winter up to Martin. Martin in over the blue line. Martin still with it. And now the Eagles will turn it back down ice. Eagles now get it up the center, but Brown. And they have it again. The Eagles get it down in the corner. And that's wrapped around the far side. Kept in again. Lewis has it now on the far boards. Can't get it out of zone. Drop pass. Goes out over the line. Lewis has it now. Spins. Gets it over to Nash. Nice pass up to Brown. Brown in over the blue line. Brown. Dipsy doodle. And that's covered up by Penny, who holds on. And we'll get a face off now to the right of Penny. Puck now just out over the line. Caps have to chase it down. Oh, Eagle steal in the corner. Nash guides his man into the boards. Still a battle down behind the back of the Caps net. Comes loose. And now Barnes up to White. White up through center. White, oh, with a move in between the legs. And Penny will cover that up and hold on again. .9:03 left in the second period. Caps still holding on to a 1-0 lead on a goal by Peyton Pike late in the first. Back to Raleigh Hillier. Puck in the slot. And Eagles will dump it. Puck down behind the Caps net. Out to the point. Shot. Deflects. Oh, what a save there by Russell. We've got a penalty coming up. Not sure who's going to the box. It looks like Vincent O'Reilly Hillier will go to the box, and now the Eagles will get a power play chance here. Chance now in front. Oh, and that puck was just wide of the bar. Eagles still now controlling down low. Man out in front. All alone. Oh, what a save there by Russell, and he scoops away to rebound himself. Simon Russell. They always say your best penalty killer is your goaltender, and there you go. There's a good look at it. Simon Russell. 3 great saves on that sequence. And he'll hold on. And we'll get a face-off now down in the Caps end again. Shot from the point. That deflects off the stick of Russell. Kenny out there causing havoc for the Caps. Puck now back down in the Eagles' end. Caps feel it. Here goes Martin, short-handed, glove save there by Penny, and he'll hold on. Action back and forth at both ends. Still 1:08 left in the power play for the Eagles. .7:43 left in the second. The Eagles get it up the center. Nash will dump it back down. Caps are probably the most penalized team in the Don Johnson League all year, so they're used to penalty killing. Nash with it now behind the goal. He'll try to get it up the boards. Burke keeps it in. Dangerous puck there in the slot. Eagles still with it. Nash got to clear it. Gets it up to Martin. Martin will get it all the way down the ice. Norman back to pick it up now for the Eagles. Up to the point. Tizard with a shot from the point. Deflects by Winter. Chance there for the Caps. Short-handed. Only 8 seconds left now in the power play. Elliott has it for the Eagles. And he'll get it up ice. And that pass is cut off by Wilson. And now Pike has it in his own zone. And he'll lead pass. Oh, almost caught Brown as he was heading towards the net. Brown in the corner. Now behind the goal. Caps trying to get it out. Here come the Eagles now. Ryan coming in with speed. Cuts it wide. Pass in front. Oh, couldn't get it there to James, who was cutting to the net. Eagles still with it now. Burke with a shot off the outside of the goal. Burke with it again. Shot that deflects in front. Scores! Eagles tip that one in. Looked like Ryan in front. And the Eagles have tied it up 1-1. And we're going to get a goaltending change now at both ends. We got Noah O'Brien coming in for the Caps and Liam Bragg coming in for the Eagles to finish up this game with 5:49 left in the second period. The Eagles have just tied it up on a tip by Ryan. And now the Eagles have a bit of life. Barnes up ice with it. Up to the middle, almost picked off there by Brown. Brown spins, Brown with a move. And now up to Burns. Burns with a pass across. Just missed White. Now the Eagles turn it back. Eagles now on the attack. Caps battling in the corner. And now here comes Brown with it. Brown up the center. Brown, 3 of them, 3-on-2 now. Brown can't get through. Trying to get the pass out in front to Barnes. Tizard off the point will wrap it in around. Barnes will try to pick it up behind the net. Now Kenny comes out with it for the Eagles. Gonna move off the boards. Tizard. And now Peyton Pike takes it. And he comes barreling in through the blue line. He's tripped up as he crossed the blue line, and that's going to be a call. Tripping call. And the Caps will go back to the power play. Lush now will go to the box. Face off in the Eagles' end. Face off back to the point. Over to Walsh. Walsh with a shot. Oh, misfired on it. Couldn't get it away, and he got hit hard. And the puck now all the way down, back down the ice. Tizzard chasing it down. Pike with it now, loses it inside the blue line. Here come the Eagles now shorthanded. Now we got a call coming against the Caps. Looks like an interference call coming up, and there's the whistle. Oh, yeah, the interference call it is, and Peyton Pike will go to the box. So 1:24 left in the Eagles penalty, and the Caps will go to the box. We'll have some 4-on-4. And face-off coming now down to the Caps end. Back to the point. Shot in. Puck in behind the goal. Eagles still with it. Puck in the crease. And now that's taken away by Winter. Winter got Martin with him. Winter with a move. Winter. Puck knocked off his stick. Martin has it down behind the goal, and that's taken away. Puck off the boards. And now Kenny comes up. Pike back and picks up the puck off Kenny. Backhander around the back of the goal. Pike gets a backhander up to Martin. Martin up the center. Martin now gone. Cuts in, knocked down. No call. And now the Eagles turn it back. Long shot in, and O'Brien will cover that up and hold on for a face-off. 1-1 with 2:40 left in the second. 12 seconds left in the Eagles penalty, and then they'll have a short power play. Nash with it now. Up the boards. Here's Brown. Brown dangerous. Brown 1-on-3, and Brown still going. Loses the puck. Brown drops it back to Nash. Nash shot in on goal. Pops up. And in behind the goal. Walsh will shoot it in, and that's intercepted by the Eagles. Now the Eagles turn it back down ice. Cheater chasing it down. Nash with him. Lush in there as well. 10 seconds left in the power play for the Eagles. Back to the point. Oh, and that's picked off. Oh, Wilson almost had a break there. Puck down behind the Caps net. Pike back on the ice now. Peyton Pike. Pike has it behind the goal. He'll spin back around and wrap it around the boards. Brown will pick it up. Brown is winding up behind his goal. Nice lead pass to Pike. Pike with it now in over the blue line. And the Eagles stop him up there in the corner. Puck in the feet of White now. White gets it up to his stick, drops it back. The Lewis spins, can't get a shot away. Back to Tizzard. Tizzard winds, and that's wide. Barnes inside the goal, and he can't get a shot away. White has it behind the goal. In front, shot, scores! Ryan Walsh puts the Caps ahead by a goal. How do you like that one, Pop? Late now in the second period. Just 41 seconds left, and Ryan Walsh, huge goal there for the Caps. Puck now behind the Caps net. Lewis wraps it up around the boards. Cheater has it. Cheater up to Walsh. Walsh now with some speed up to the middle. Walsh trying to get it in front. Oh, what a pass. Oh, what a save by Bragg off the stick of Martin. Puck back down to Martin again. Gets it over to Lewis. And that's taken, almost gone was Kinney. 9 seconds left in the period. Walsh. Lewis in there. And that will do it. There's the buzzer. Lewis gets up to his feet. And that will do it for the end of the period. And that will do it for the period. Martin coming over to speak to the refs. I think it was a late hit is the complaint right at the end of the period. And that will do it for the second period. And we'll be back in just a few. Little highlight video so far of the weekend coming right up here now. And a great job to all the organizers here in Corner Brook for putting off this tournament. Again, this is the second tournament I've attended in Corner Brook this year. And again, nothing but pure class from the whole organization here. So thank you very much to the Corner Brook Minor Hockey Association for putting this together. And this just a little video of some sights and sounds around Corner Brook.
Baytown Media, every event expertly captured.
Welcome back to Corner Brook, Newfoundland for the Under 11A Provincial Championships being held here at the Civic Center in Corner Brook. St. John's Caps and the Northeast Eagles. After 2 periods, Caps lead 2-1 on goals by Ryan Walsh and Peyton Pike. The Eagles goal from Captain Ryan. Both teams now ready to go. O'Brien in goal for the St. John's Caps and Liam Bragg in for the Eagles. And depending on how all the other games work out today is when we'll be back on the air this afternoon. Should be either 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. depending on the other matchups this morning. Mount Pearl and Bay Arena Rovers just ended up in a 2-2 tie, and that's a final from the other rink. That puts the Blades at a 1-1-1 record and the Rovers at a 0-2-1 record. Caps 2-0 right now, and the Eagles are 1-1. Should be an exciting third period. 12 minutes left. St. John's Caps in the black jerseys, Northeast Eagles in the white. Again, last tournament of the year for these guys. So big shout out to all the coaches, parent volunteers, parents, family, getting kids back and forth to the rink, referees. A lot of work goes into getting minor hockey going 40, 50 games a year. And we're just about now ready for face-off. Martin and Ryan face off here to open the third period. Pike off the boards of Winter. Back to Pike now. And Martin gets peeled off to the boards. In comes Winter. Chance, in front. Knocked down. Cap still with it. Again, a battle over behind the goal. And that will bring a crowd. Face off now, back to the point. Shot in, that deflects. Now behind the goal. Martin spins. Puck now, right back behind the goal line. Martin still with it. Martin spins again in the corner. The Eagles can't get it out. Martin keeping it pinned up against the boards. Caps backhanded in. And now the Eagles will clear the zone. Here goes Hobbs in over the blue line. Hobbs out wide. Kept to the outside. Now Martin gets it back. Kept in at the point. Long shot deflects. Oh, and that just skipped by the post. So Raleigh Hillier gets it up to Cheater. Cheater up the center. Pike chasing it down. And outside the line. And that is going to be an offside call. Face-off going to come outside. 10:40 left in the third period. Cap still with a 2-1 lead. Kelly drops it back. Peyton Pike takes it now. Pike still cutting in. Can't get the shot away. Got it in the corner. Puck now in behind the back of the net. The Eagles come out with it. Puck intended for Kelly. Cheater comes in off the line. Cheater floats the puck in towards the goal. Peyton Pike now behind the goal. Out front. Oh, chance here. Cap still banging away. Can't get it in. Puck loose. Kelly takes it. Ryan Walsh has it back to the point to Cheater. Cheater cross ice and Kenny gone on the other side. Nash has to get back. Great play there by Nash. Kelly comes in behind him. Walsh in there. A hit there and chance for Kenny off the post. And here's a penalty call coming up to the Caps. Looks like Captain Peyton Pike will go to the box. And face-off going to come into the Caps end. 9:47 left, and now the Eagles with a chance with the man advantage. Puck in the corner. Back to the point, shot in, and O'Brien will cover that up and hold on. Another face-off now to the left of O'Brien. Puck now back behind the Caps net. And Lewis will launch it all the way down the ice. Here comes the Eagles now. Lush. And that's offside. And we'll get a face-off outside the line. 1:28 left in the power play for the Eagles. 9:15 left in the period. Pucking over the line. Now it just squirts out. Dimmel with it. Dimmel will dump it deep. And Caps will back to pick it up. Tizert tries to get it down the ice. Now Barnes will. As it will go all the way down. And Martin is bearing down on that. Martin, one of the best penalty killers in the league. O'Reilly Hillier steps up. Pike with it. Can't get it down. Pike, 2 attempts. And now Barnes will dump it deep. A great penalty killing again by the Caps. 38 seconds left in the power play for the Eagles. Pike with a slapper, and that's blocked in front. Back down ice again, and here come the Eagles. The Eagles will dump it. Gonna be a foot race here. Pike guards him off into the boards. And we've got penalties coming up. Drew Pike going to the box. And the Eagles too, so offsetting minors there. So we got 2 Pikes in the box and Hobbs in the box. 7 seconds left in the first Caps penalty. Face off now and the Caps in. Isaacs gets tossed out. And nobody won that face-off, just stuck there in the face-off circle. Now it comes loose. Puck out in front, chance there, shot. Oh, what a kick save by O'Brien. Peyton Pike picks it up now, and he's at the box. Nice pass up to the middle to Cheater. Cheater in over the line. Cheater with a shot, and that's blocked. Oh, 2 Eagles collide there. Well, now we got a break coming back the other way. Is Ryan, the goal scorer for the Eagles, with a shot, and that's wide. Wolf. 2 players go hard into the boards. And there's a whistle. One of the Caps players slow to get up. 7:11 left in the third period. We got a Caps player down. Getting up slowly. And heading to the bench. Seems to be okay. Skating off on his own steam. So 5-on-5 hockey is 2 offsetting minors. Hobbs and Pike in the box. Under 11A Provincial Hockey live from Corner Brook. We've got 1 Caps lead. Eagles trying to get the equalizer. Puck taken there by Cheater. Cheater cuts to the net, pass in front. Puck just sitting in the crease. And now behind the goal, Peyton Pike with it. He'll spin. Peyton Pike still holding on to it. Still with it. Dump it back for Cheater. Cheater now behind the goal. Cheater in front. And taken away by the Eagles. The Eagles coming out of zone now. 2-on-2. Kenny up to Kelly. And Tizert. And Kelly picks it up again, puts it in front. Kenny was heading towards the net. Kenny high shot. Just over top of the goal. Eagles pressing now. Down low. Peyton Pike gets it up to Cheater. Cheater, oh, what a nice poke check there by Norman. That puck bobbles in and O'Brien will hold it. We'll leave it for O'Reilly Hillier. Cheater up to White. Puck down and Brown is chasing after it. Brown gets it into corner. Eagles now have it. Here comes Kelly. Nice back check by Brown. Brown, toe drag. In over the line. Brown still with it. Brown passes it across. And now Burns has it. Burns back to the point. Over the stick of Nash. Here goes Alward. O'Reilly Hillier back. Puck back down behind the Caps net. Caps now with it up to the blue line. Chance there. Tizzard now with it. Tizzard with a shot. Oh, great save there by Bragg. Wilson will dump it in. Tizzard gets it deep. Dimmo back to pick it up for the Eagles, and he'll turn it back down around the boards. Tizzard steps up and keeps it in. Wilson has it in the corner. Wilson with a move. Wilson around the net. Wilson trying to stuff it in. Cap still pressing. Martin behind the goal. Nice play there by Lewis. And now Martin gone. Martin cuts to the slot. Martin shot. That's blocked in front. Back to the point. Lewis with it. Lewis shot. Joel deflects in front of a Martin. Martin gets it in front. No one there. Lewis chasing it down the far boards. He'll keep it in behind the goal. 3:11 left in the third. Tizzard has it. Tizzard with a move. Tizzard, nice move there. Shot, and that's wide of the goal. Caps now pressing. Pike with it behind the goal. Got Walsh in front. Wrap around. Oh, close one there. Puck in front. Shot. Walsh. Oh, and he just gets it wide. Nash keeps it in at the point. Caps still pressing now. Peyton Pike behind the goal. Back, tries to backhand it. And now around the boards. Cheater trying to keep it in. And it will come out over the line. Nash picks it up now. Nash over to Walsh. Walsh in over the line. Shot. And that's covered up by Bragg and held on. And that will draw a crowd in front. We'll get a face off now in the Eagles' end. 2:24 left. Puck in front, chance in front. Oh, Burns trying to tuck that one in there. Brown gets it deep. Burke with it. He'll wrap it around the boards. Kinney tries to pass it up, and that's pass is intercepted by Brown with a couple moves. Brown shoots, and that's wide of the goal. Cheater with it now, over to Nash. Nash up to Brown. Brown, he's poke checked, and now away go the Eagles. O'Reilly Hillier gets tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty. Pike will wrap it around the boards. And there's the penalty call. It's going to be a tripping call. And the Caps now will go to the power play. Just wondering if somebody can comment. I'm seeing some comments that were frozen up. All live on this end. Not sure what's happening there. Face off now in the Eagles' end. 1:25 left. Back to Pike at the point. Pike with a slapper, and that's just wide. O'Reilly Hillier on the point, and he'll keep it in. O'Reilly Hillier dumped in the corner. Still battling though. And out come the Eagles. They'll dump it back, and Martin picks it up at the blue line. Martin in over the line. Cuts it wide. Martin still with it. Martin looking for the pass. Martin still looking for the pass. Oh, tries to get it out in the slot. Eagles now will dump it. 49 seconds left in the third period. Now the Caps coming out of the zone with it. Dumps it down. It's going to be an icing call. 32 seconds left. Caps on the power play. 2-1 is the score under 11A All-Star Hockey Provincials live from Corner Brook. A win here would secure first place for the Caps in their division. And then they'll play this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And we'll try to figure out the schedule, who's playing who. Puck now out over the line. Martin chasing it down. This is a foot race. Great work there by both players getting to that puck. Peyton Pike now with it. Centers it in front. Oh, puck to the crease. Ten seconds left. Oh, off the post. Pike with the open net. Hit the post. Now the Eagles trying to clear, but that will do it. Caps finish first 3-0 to start this tournament. Great effort by the Eagles in this one. 2-1 is the final. St. John's Caps take this one. We'll be back this afternoon at 3 p.m. and we'll see who the Caps will face in. Handshake line, and then we'll have a look at the player of the game. Couple more games left now in round robin as Corner Brook Royals take on the Renegades and the Cataracts take on the Pacers. Those two games coming up at 9:30 and 10 o'clock. And then we've got the crossovers happening this afternoon starting at 1:30, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 3:30. So right now Caps finished first in Division B, and that will put them in the 3 o'clock p.m. game this afternoon against the fourth placed team in Division A, which has yet to be decided. Player of the game awards coming out now. William Lewis, player of the game for the St. John's Caps. And the player of the game for the Eagles. Looks like goaltender Penny. Well deserved. Some great. Oh, two of the goaltenders. So two of the goaltenders, Bragg and Penny, players of the game for the Northeast Eagles. And that'll do it for us here. Thank you very much, and we'll be back at